Eyes Turn Skyward by Elena Dillon. This is something different from Elena. You may know her past few books. She did Mercy House, and she also did The Happiest Girl in the World. This is a dual narrative World War II and modern day story, so a little historical fiction. We have Kathy, who's an empty nester, the primary caregiver of her ailing mother, and the emotional support for her laid off husband, also returning to the office after decades of work with a borderline inappropriate boss. So she's got a lot going on. And her mother, Peggy, who she takes care of, she's held a secret from the daughter for decades. She wasn't just a wife and mother, but she was a part of the Women Air Force of service pilot. And Peggy jumped at the opportunity to become a WASP, one of the first American females to fly military aircraft. And in this story, it's the novel about the female heroism on both sides, things that they're dealing with that seem very far apart in history, but unfortunately they're both dealing with in some way. Hopefully just a really big breakout novel for Elena. We love her on the team, and I'm really interested in this very different book from her. Women take on so much and do kind of a second shift even at home, and there's a lot going with elder care and dealing with husbands and children. And so this is a lot of emotional work, and that this book is about that, the emotional work that women do. There's also a Me Too aspect as well. So that comes out in October, and we're excited for Eyes Turn Skyward.
Are You Sarah by S.C. Lally. This is a story about two women, both named Sarah, one who is struggling to make ends meet by working in a bar. The other has means and is in this bar this night and overserved. They both order ride shares home, but they get into the wrong cars. And at the end of the night, one of them is dead. Did they take the wrong cars? What happened? Was which Sarah was really supposed to die? Sarah, the rich girl with seemingly no problems, or Sarah, the nice Indian girl with no skeletons in her closet? The author is a pen name for Sonia Lally, who's a rom-com author, and she switched over to thrillers because she wanted to add more diversity into the space that is largely white characters. And with this book, she centers on an Indian American woman as the main character and explores how her identity affects how she acts and how others act towards her. That's Are You Sarah by S.C. Lally.